nothing to find. There is no way that the porter's gonna let me go up there. There are a few magazines lying around here. Recommendations for trips, tourist information. Nothing of interest to me. A private sign hangs on the door. The owner and his family live in this building. Behind the door is either their living quarters or an office.
Yes.
Hello.
Are you delivering something?
Yes.
Delivery note. Whatever. The package?
I've got it here.
Okay.
Can I go in now?
No, you can't. Where's your pass?
My what?
Your visitor's pass? You have to get a visitor's pass back there.
Oh, come on. What is this garbage? I just want to take my package to the mortuary.
And you need a pass to do that.
You're enjoying this, aren't you?
You could say so.
I'd think about that if I were you. She's moved seats and is preoccupied with the papers. Hi.
Hello, Mr. Michaels. What can I do for you?
I'd like a visitor's pass, please.
You don't need one. They're just for folks delivering stuff.
But you're wearing one, aren't you?
Dick, the security guy over there, insists that all the employees wear ID. I'm not so petty. Visitors shouldn't have to get messed up in paperwork.
Oh, yeah? So that means that just about anyone can wander in here off the street.
No. Everyone's got to register with me first. You mustn't worry about your mother.
Of course not. She's only lying in a coma.
It wasn't meant like that.
Oh, never mind. It's done now. The question is, has the job made him cynical and depressive? Or does he have this job because he's always been cynical and depressive? Hallways, corridors, the reception area over there, a door, presumably the emergency exit. All of it no further interest. All right then, I'll take that heavy thing with me. The monitor shows my mother's vital signs. Pulse, breathing, etc. No idea if the values are positive. Excuse me, Dr. Newhouse.
Hello, yes?
What's that ID you're wearing there?
It's from the hospital.
Don't they know you're a doctor there? They can't have that many staff.
I said the same thing to the admin people. But Dick, the security guard, insists on it. He's very meticulous. And apparently can't recognize faces.
Can you tell me something about the security guy at the hospital? I find him kind of interesting.
He used to be a police officer. He was, There were a few problems. So, when he couldn't be a police officer anymore, he became a security guard. Where do you know him from?
He was in the diner yesterday.
Oh, right. But strange as it may seem, I believe he lives for his job.
He lives for that? Being a security guy.
He takes his job very seriously. Sometimes too seriously.
Well, it seems that the porter at the Wild Coast Hotel is remarkably well informed about my mother's condition.
Sorry?
Your wife rather likes to chat with his?
Oh, I'm sorry about that, Darren. I've already told my wife on many occasions that she shouldn't talk about patients with her lady friends.
But more exactly, your wife oughtn't to know a damn thing about these patients anyway, yes?
Yes. If only it were that simple. It won't happen again.
Well, that's it for now, I guess.
If you've got any more things you want to ask, just come and find me.
Mrs. Biber? Hey, can I get a pot of coffee?
On its way.
Hot.
Oh man, sorry. It was an accident. Sorry.
It's all right. Your thoughts are elsewhere.
Oh, give it here, Dr. Newhouse. I'll rinse out the stain.
Thanks.
No harm meant.
No damage. I just gotta keep it cool.
Now that's what I call a serious coffee stain. And the ID badge is still pinned to the lab coat. So now I've got some ID. Excellent. The security guy at the morgue surely won't inspect it that closely.
Yes.
Hello.
Are you delivering something?
Yes.
Delivery note. Whatever. The package?
I've got it here.
Okay.
Can I go in now? I've got a pass as well.
All right, then. You could go in.
Either they assume that Biddeford's population will reach 50,000, or the number of cold drawers is quite over the top. Half the town would have to have a collective heart attack. Huh. 6 clipboards in total. Let's see. There are lists of the personal belongings each dead person had on them, but there are no names. There's 394 written on the first one. I guess the numbers on the lists here relate to the numbers on the boxes. That means if I can work out which of these lists belong to Fuller, then I know which box his stuff is in. Number 394. Hairbrush, lipstick, car keys, mirror. That's hardly gonna be the contents of Fuller's pockets. Number 412. Wallet, keys, Polaroid photo. That could be Fuller. Oh, wait a minute. A wedding ring. Fuller was never married, so it's not 412. Number 433. Credit cards, earrings, anklet. No, not Fuller's. Number 399. Knife, torch, ski mask, skeleton keys, small change, plastic bag. Unless Fuller was about to set off on a secret thieving trip when he was murdered, then that's not his. Number 442. Driver's license, photos, small change, a pacifier, baby powder. Definitely not Fuller. Number 448. Wallet, driver's license, credit card, keys, bills. I wouldn't rule that out as being Fuller's, but I'm not certain. Number 448. That's the only boxes. They appear to be airtight. There's a number stuck to every box. I think the personal effects of the dead people are stored in them. Fuller's box is number 448. But where is it? That's Fuller's box. Fuller's keys. Those could be useful. Hey, and here's his wallet. Driver's license, a few dollars, credit card, a few bills. But no secret numbers or anything like that. I think I'll take the keys. The wallet and the rest of that stuff is of no use to me. There's nothing more of interest in it. Not a pretty sight. Fuller's body's peppered with stab wounds. They've undressed him. I won't find any clues here. I should first divert the security guy's attention. All the racket's gonna be quite suspicious. A metal bier. The edges are bent upwards so no blood drips on the floor. It's got wheels and seems a bit rickety. It's probably taken to another room for the actual autopsy. There's a bier, just like the one out in the hall. I think it's for transporting the corpses. The upper part can be removed. A metal bier. It's probably taken to another room. Thousands of people die every year from infections they pick up in hospitals. Makes me wonder if hygiene hysteria is the better way to go. The cleaning agents they use aren't so innocuous themselves, and the viruses are getting more and more resilient. Well, it's all really clean here, but ultimately a dead person makes less mess than a living one. Yeah, well, At least if you don't cut them open. A syringe. Quite a size. I guess any remaining fluids are sucked up with that. I certainly wouldn't want my flu shot injected with it. I'd rather not do that. Whoever it was, he must have been out of his mind. There's a buyer, just like the one out in the hall. A metal buyer. It's probably taken to... Excuse me.
Now what?
Are you all on your own here? I mean, who occupies this strategically important position if you have to go to the washroom?
Man, I can't just go. Just every few hours or so. And then I shut everything up. What did you think I did?
And you can't fit in a quick smoke every now and again either?
Nope. And I given it up anyways. What's much worse is not having a drink.
You drink alcohol in your work time?
Man, of course not. I'm in a Coke or something. I left my bottle in my car today, and it's still some way off until my first break. And right now, boy, I'm parched.
Yeah, life's a bitch, huh? You want me to wait here while you go off and get yourself a soda or something?
I bet you'd like that, wouldn't you?
A laxative. That'll definitely come in handy sooner or later. Not here. The security guy is sitting directly opposite. And I don't think he'd be cool with someone running around with a syringe in the hand.
Hey!
I've forgotten something else. I've drawn a little of the laxative into the syringe. Nice. That's the laxative in the soda bottle. That's Fuller's keys. Keys for the store, his apartment, mailbox, automobile, and... That's interesting. That's no ordinary key. It's a small hexagonal brass stick. Looks almost like a winding up key for a clockwork toy. Hey boss, you want a soda?
What do you want for it?
Nothing.
You just gonna give me a soda as a friendly gesture?
Exactly.
That's very... nice. Perhaps you could do me another favor. Can you keep watch here for a minute? I'll be right back. Real quick.
I thought you couldn't leave your post.
It's an emergency. I'll be back in a minute. Wait here.
Okay, no problem. What was that about? Strange. Oh well, he's gone. Alright, I can work out Fuller's and the buyer's weight together. That way... £348. The only question is, how much of that is buyer and how much is Fuller? Let's see. The buyer weighs about 53 pounds. 348 for Fuller with the buyer, minus 53 for the buyer makes 295 pounds. That's Fuller's weight, and that's what I gotta put on the scales. Perhaps a bit more. He wasn't wearing any clothes and had lost a lot of blood after all. I weigh nearly 198 pounds with clothes on, so I just need around another 99 pounds on the scale with me. I'm sure I can find something in the basement.
Don't move!
What the? Look, I didn't want to...
What are you doing? Trying to poison me, huh? That ain't gonna work on me.
Me? Poison you? What makes you think that...
No one has ever offered me a drink. And someone like you, of all people, bring me a soda.
Yeah, well, I thought you were thirsty.
Yeah, sure, junkie. You want to steal medication, huh? Or equipment to make some money, don't you?
That's crazy. I was...
The soda's poison, right? It's in the lab right now. And if it turns out you trying to poison me...
Yeah, well, poisoned...
You going to jail for this. You terrorist.
And you were missing your old boss and wanted to say goodbye to him.
Something like that.
Don't give me that crap. Breaking and entering? Larceny? We can lock you up for that.
Breaking and entering and larceny. According to the security guy, I'm a seriously dangerous terrorist.
He caught you snooping around, and that's bad enough. I understand that you want to help your girlfriend, but this kind of thing doesn't really help. When this gets out, and Dick's gonna make sure that everyone in town knows about his heroic act by tomorrow morning, then it's gonna look like you wanted to get rid of evidence, or something like that.
Can I go now?
Darren, I'm not against you, but keep your nose out of this. If we catch you snooping around again, you're gonna end up in the can, capiche?
Yeah, capiche.
Now get out of here. I've got to reassure Dick and make it clear to him the boy's harmless.
And I'm gonna continue where I left off, at Fuller's secret door. Have you found the guy from the photo fit?
No, not yet. But the picture's been posted up. It won't take too long. If he's still in town, that is.
If he is the killer, then he's gonna get out of town right now at the latest.
He's a witness at best.
How is Angelina?
Well, she's in shock, anxious.
Understandable. She's a student from England. She comes over here and then she's accused of murder of a man she barely knows.
The circumstances are quite clear.
And nevertheless, wrong. It was someone else.
We will be following up on all lines of investigation. And until we find something new, your girlfriend has a problem.
Did you know, Fuller? He was a pig.
And so he deserved to be murdered?
So why should Angelina stab him a dozen times?
Why would anyone else?
Looks like a passion thing. Angelina hardly knew him.
Perhaps she was going crazy.
An English literature student in a bloody frenzy.
It's all happened before. And who says she didn't know Fuller? Maybe she had a damn good motive.
Shouldn't you be absolutely sure that someone has a damn good motive before you charge them for murder?
Not so with such a frenzied crime. People who do that stuff don't think too much about it first. Maybe she didn't have any motive at all. Maybe she just snapped.
Has Fuller's place been thoroughly searched?
As thoroughly as was necessary.
Meaning what?
We have a homicide and homicide suspect who was practically caught in the act. We have therefore photographed the crime scene and the CSI squad has documented everything.
Did you search the basement?
Only cursorily.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Let's see what happens when I turn the key. Okay. So I've wound up the clock. Now I'm pushing the key in. Oops, it clicked. It sounds like it adjusted something inside the clock. What the? What's this then? This box was hidden in the clock. Come on, I just need a little tip for the damn combination. Huh. 4 negatives. Hey, 2482. The rows produce digital figures when arranged in the right order. I'm certain that's the code for the secret door. The negatives were Fuller's emergency memory aid. I certainly don't need a bucket, nor a load of rusty water. A water faucet. If Fuller had a garden he wanted to water, he could do it from here. But in Fuller's garden, you'd get pretty well nothing to grow. I'm not gonna touch that thing again if I don't have to. I don't want to push my luck. I don't think that'll do anything. I'm not heavy enough. It's the weight. I have to put Fuller's exact weight on the scales. The code on its own isn't enough. I'll leave it here in case the power drops out again. And that can only be a matter of time looking at the fuse box. Okay, I'm missing about 90 pounds of additional weight. That shouldn't be a problem. Along with my weight, another few pounds ought to do it. I reckon that'll be exactly enough. It might work now. That's it! At last. Now that the door's open, I'll get this junk out of the way. Somewhere there's gotta be... Ah, here. Oh my God. That bastard. The bed's got a metal frame and a worn mattress. It's stained and moldy. No sheet, no pillow, just this grubby blanket. I don't want to know what went on here. I'm just afraid that I already do. Like in a torture chamber, or something like that. Weird. That curtain looks like Fuller stole it from his mother. Old-fashioned, but in better shape than everything else here. Lots of little bottles of knockout drops. That's... Oh, God. I picked them up. Oh, Fuller's package, it clinked. I don't want to have anything to do with that. What would have happened if he still had some of that stuff when Angelina was here? Did he call her, perhaps? Did he want to lure her here and she might have defended herself but then it'd be self-defense. Angelina would have told the police that. Come on, stay concentrated. Angelina had nothing to do with it. The metal locker looks very old. Perhaps it's from a school or a sports club. Cupboard's locked. But there's no padlock and no combination lock on the door. There's gotta be some other kind of mechanism. The metal locker looks very old. Camera tripod. An older model than the one up in the shop, but it's got the same mounting system. It's for Fuller's camera. He recorded it. The pig got it all on video. This way, he got his kicks from it all a bit longer. And he had evidence. What have we got here? A metal plate has been built into the wall. In the middle of the plate is a hexagonal recess. There's no tape in the camera. There are these shiny golden balls on the bedposts. That must be brass. Wow, that really works. The ball simply plugged into the tube of the bedpost. I'll press a little around here. A brass ball. Huh. A hexagonal metal bar fastened on the underside. Looks like it's welded on. Something's happened. It's open, but I can't get excited about it. I don't want to see what's on these photos. There's only Mrs. Biber in these pictures, but there could be other pictures of other women, and therefore lots of people with a motive. That, along with the blackmail letter, should easily convince the police. Fuller was a blackmailer, and worse. There must have been dozens of people who wanted him dead. Dozens of people with a motive, unlike Angelina. I'll get her out of jail with this.
That's really interesting.
It's repulsive, and a damn good motive, right?
Indeed. But it doesn't mean that the Bibers have anything to do with the murder.
Of course not. Look, I guess your people would find even more in Fuller's secret room. Then you'll have plenty of suspects, all with good motives.
I've already sent some people over there. But all of this doesn't prove that it wasn't Miss Morgan.
But she had no motive.
Yes, she did.
That's him. That's the guy that followed me.
Nice that you came, Mr.
Reginald Boris is my name, Captain. I'm a private detective from England. I'm sure I can contribute a few things that will clear up this case quite considerably.
That's what we like to hear. We have a few questions for you as it happens.
For example, why you lured Angelina into a trap?
Mr. Michaels.
The important question is surely why? Why did Miss Morgan murder the photographer Fuller? Well, quite simple. She was also photographed by him. As you can see, not quite as revealing as the others, but I haven't got all of the photos. I'm sure your people will find other pictures that put it beyond all doubt.
What the? Those are mine! I shot those pictures of Angelina yesterday afternoon!
All right, calm down. What's going on here?
You'd better ask him. He must have stolen these pictures from Angelina's hotel room. These pictures have got nothing to do with it.
It's the same photo paper as the other ones.
And I got them from Fuller. He said he had lots more.
Oh, man. Lies!
Well, we'll see about that. Darren, go and get some fresh air. Calm yourself down. Mr. Boris, come with me, please. There are a few things we need to discuss.
Why, certainly.
And Angelina?
She stays where she is until we've cleared up this mess.
But
We'll get in touch when we need your help. Good day.
This can't be for real.
You know, I believe you. You were right about Fuller, and there's something not quite right with this Detective Boris.
Then go in there, arrest him, and release Miss Morgan already.
It's not that simple. But it'll all become clear. In a few days, everything will be cleared up. Until then, you should just wait. And go visit your mother.
Wait, a few days? And give this asshole time to get new evidence? Yeah, right. Next thing you know, he'll frame her for the Kennedy assassination. I'm gonna find out what game he's playing.
Good. But be careful. The end doesn't justify the means. You've already broken into Fuller's house. If you get caught doing something like that, you'll get it for real.
Then you'd better stay away from me. He can only have gotten the pictures from Angelina's hotel room. I should have a look around there, regardless of what the police think.
Get lost, you damn critters! Get off my veranda!
The seagulls seem to like the veranda just as much as the hotel owner does. Well, I can go up the stairs, but without the room key, all I can do is get as far as Angelina's door. Got it. The key for room number 5. Nice work. There were skilled craftsmen across the whole region all those years back. They brought all their experience and designs from Europe and supplied the whole of the States from here. She only drank non-alcoholic drinks in the diner yesterday. Angelina is about as good with alcohol as I am. This isn't exactly my taste, and I can't find anything to help me any further. What's this then? I don't believe it. A microphone. A listening device. The bastards bugged Angelina. There's no cable on it. It must have a little transmitter, but such a tiny transmitter can't have much of a range. That means there has to be an amplifier or a more powerful transmitter around here. A ventilation shaft could be a good hiding place for a radio set. I bet the hole leads right up to the roof. I knew it. A radio set. The bug only needs to transmit a few yards, and then this powerful set amplifies the signal and sends it on to wherever. Apart from that, there's nothing else. Looks like a normal radio, but I don't really know. I could ask Eddie. He sure knows about these things. That's a postcard of Biddeford. It's very useful for getting from one part of town to the next. That's a postcard of Biddeford.
Where have you come from? What do you think you're doing?
You
Can't just march through the rooms. This is a discreet, familial hotel. Where is the key for room 5? Miss Morgan's room. You've got it. Give it here, immediately. Don't let the police hear about this, for heaven's sake. And now get out! I never want to see you here again!
If you just...
Out!
Man, was he upset or what? Doesn't matter. I've got everything I wanted and I don't need to go back into the hotel again. There was something else.
Well, spit it out. What do you want?
The police are looking for a man called Reginald Boris. He was hiding in a side street next to your shop. Did you notice anything?
If I noticed a little punk like that, I'd have given him an earful.
That I can believe. You're an expert on radio equipment, right? Can you tell me what this is?
Who the hell?
Darren. Can you help me or not? It's important.
Well, that's a plain old transmitter. Cheap Asian trash.
I found that thing in a ventilation shaft in a young woman's hotel room. What kind of range does this thing have?
Not far. If it's used in a room, a couple of miles at best.
And it's not possible to find out where the receiver is, right? That doesn't help at all. Damn.
I know all the hams in the area, and none of them would hide that kind of thing in a lady's room.
But
I intercepted some strange Morse code last night. Long wave, just after 1800 hours. Someone knew. He said something about a girl who is now safe. He also said he'd be back in touch today at 1800 hours.
that could have been Reginald Boris.
A foreigner?
Yes, and apart from that, perhaps Old Fuller's murderer, and someone who wants to frame an innocent party.
And you want to stop that? Well, maybe there's a spark of decency in you yet.
Can we track down Reginald if he transmits again at 1800 hours?
Well, you bet. With directional antennas. I got one here. We'll have to build another one. We'll get his bearings from 2 different points, and then bang! We got him.
What do you need for it?
Oh, well, let me think. I've got a radio here. We can use that. I need a metal tube, a copper wire, at least a meter, and you'll need headphones and a compass to get the bearings right. You bring me that stuff, and I'll build you the direction finder. And hurry! There ain't much time till 1800.
1800 hours. That's 6 p.m., right?
Oh my God.
Alright then, I need the compass. I'll have to sacrifice the telescope. I'll just borrow it. It's a beautiful lamp. Pity it doesn't work. Perhaps the bulb's gone. I don't think I'll find anything else here. And I'm not really looking for anything else anyway. I don't have to call right now. Mom's cordless telephone. So tell me, what came out of the inspection of Fuller's basement?
I'm not allowed to tell you any details, but between you and me, there's a lot of people with good reason to cut Fuller up. It's perverse what he did in his basement.
But that's not enough for you to release Angelina.
The whole thing stinks, but I don't know what role Miss Morgan had to play in it. As long as that's unclear, we've got to keep her locked up. She was the one we caught with the knife in her hand.
But she...
I promise you we won't focus so much on her this time. We'll investigate all the possibilities. You've helped us, and I won't ask you where you got the information that's put us on the right track. But you've got to keep out of this now. If Angelina isn't the murderer, then the murderer is still at large, and that could be dangerous for you.
Do you still believe the guy is clean?
No, I don't believe he is. You were right, Darren. He's got something to do with this.
And yet you still let him go?
Well, I had no choice. He answered my questions. I couldn't prove his involvement. But we'll know more soon, once we've searched the basement and spoken to Mrs. Biba.
Do you know that my mother almost died yesterday?
No. I didn't know that. What happened?
She tripped and cracked her head open.
Oh. I'm really sorry about that. Tell her from me to get well soon.
Don't you find it even a bit strange that this Brit appears out of nowhere and the next day we got a corpse and a serious injury?
Are you suggesting that her accident wasn't an accident?
I don't know.
I don't think we should start hunting around for possible crimes, Darren. We've got a very real crime to solve here.
You really believe Angelina murdered Fuller?
It hasn't got much to do with believe. We walked in on her standing over the victim, covered in blood with the murder weapon in her hand.
Why were you there anyway?
You mean in the middle of the night? Well, we got a tip-off.
One? And that's not suspicious?
Yes. That's the reason why I want to find your mysterious stranger.
Do you think he made the tip-off?
Possibly. It was an anonymous caller who said something about a break-in at Fuller's. If the stranger had really been following Miss Morgan, he might have seen her entering the photo store and then notified us.
Or he set a trap for her.
Yeah, well, we can only speculate until we found the witness.
Fuller had a skeleton in his closet, did you know that?
I wouldn't be surprised. You got any details?
I think he blackmailed people.
Really? That's a serious allegation.
I've got no evidence, but I'm gonna get some.
Don't do anything foolish. You'd be better off not getting in the way of my investigations.
I won't. I'll search in the right places. You questioned Mrs. Bibo, right? Did you get any more info?
That's highly confidential. I can't tell you anything about it.
Any new findings that exonerate Angelina?
Unfortunately, not. Mr. and Mrs. Bibo were at home and didn't see or hear anything.
Did Mrs. Biba admit that she was being blackmailed?
That's going too far, Darren. The interrogation findings are not supposed to be public.
Fuller's basement has already been searched?
Yes, it was, really incriminating.
You weren't there?
The captain said I ought to stay at my post here.
He didn't want to have you there, in other words.
Kinda looks that way.
You don't give the impression of being the, faint-hearted type.
And I'm not. But from time to time, the old macho management style comes through, I think.
I was down there. You wouldn't have wanted to see it.
I would rather like to have decided that for myself.
Is the captain still interrogating this Boris guy?
No, he left a few minutes ago. The chief was a little frustrated. Something didn't seem right about the guy, but we couldn't hold him.
What was his explanation for all this?
He maintains that he is a detective for an insurance company. Apparently, Miss Morgan had stolen some valuable books back in England. He's been following her, and coincidentally was watching her when she broke into Fuller's store.
Oh yeah, sounds completely plausible.
He is refusing to give us any more exact detail until he speaks to his employer and lawyer back in England.
And so they let him go?
He has to report back to us here again tomorrow morning. At that point, the chief will have completed the search of Fuller's basement and have gotten some feedback on his inquiries in England.
And Boris could use the time to disappear.
We can't do things any other way. It's the middle of the night in England right now. We won't get any information before tomorrow. And as far as we know, he hasn't committed any crime.
Like, for example, breaking into a hotel room and installing a bug?
What?
I'll let you know when I've completed your job for you. Has Mrs. Biba already been questioned?
Yes. The chief interrogated her and her husband individually.
And?
Ask the chief.